Well, the country's leader was among those paying tribute to the late Paul Adderley. Betty Thompson-Moss has more.
Referring to the late Paul Adderley as a dear friend, confidant, and political colleague, Prime Minister Christie describes his passing as a grave loss for the country. Mr. Christie says Mr. Adderley was a man of extraordinary intellectual brilliance, and his accomplishments were legion. During his more than 40 years in public service, Mr. Adderley served as a cabinet minister in foreign affairs, national security, education, finance, and as the longest-serving Attorney General of the 20th century. According to Mr. Christie, Mr. Adderley engineered the transition of our colonial legal system into a new era of constitutional sovereignty, while overseeing the modernization of our laws, expanded the judiciary, and deepened the rule of law as the bedrock of our civilization. Mr. Christie says in foreign affairs, Mr. Adderley was the primary architect of the nation's foreign policy in the founding years of nationhood. Mr. Adderley, he noted, was determined that the Bahamas, though small, should preserve its integrity as an independent nation. In national security, Mr. Christie referred to the late cabinet minister as a warrior against drug trafficking and was chiefly responsible for a wide range of anti-drug trafficking measures and for bringing about changes to better equip the police and defense force. In education, he applauded Mr. Adderley for introducing a raft of initiatives to improve academic standards in the public schools, restricting social promotion exercises, and for introducing the BGCSE examination system. Further, Mr. Christie said in finance, Mr. Adderley steered the country through extremely difficult recessionary years in the early 1990s, carrying out these roles despite battling both cancer and heart disease. As a parliamentarian, Mr. Adderley was described as a fiery and prepared debater. The Prime Minister points out that he was absolutely incorruptible as a public servant of the highest order. Despite his service, Mr. Christie said Mr. Adderley shunned all honors and refused taking a knighthood, and simply wanted to serve the Bahamian people, which he did with distinction. Betty Thompson-Moss, ZNS News.